I'm Dan. I am 33, Australia. Work together at Robert Walters, recruitment company. And I'm like, this guy's crazy. Actually, first impression, Dollar hated my guts because he thought I was a smartass. And I'm like, I like this guy. He's got spunk and everything. And then he hated me. But anyway, we talked and then we got to know each other pretty good. So yeah. I'm a tech recruiter and manager at Robert Walters here in Tokyo. All right, so recruiting is basically introducing people to companies and helping companies find people. So pretty basic. Our area is like very global, very international companies, big stuff. Me specifically, I come from tech. Used to work as a software engineer in that, so that's what we're recruiting now. Helping people actually from all around the world move their careers and life to Japan often. Bit difficult with COVID and all that, but it's basically helping tech people improve their careers, helping tech companies improve their teams. That's it. First thing first, if you have a decent job in a time like this, treasure it. Those of us lucky enough to still be fully employed, awesome, great. If you have got nothing, all right, well, let's look at the exact components you're looking at. What experiences do you have? What skill sets do you have? And how can that bring value to possible companies? What sort of jobs need those kind of skill sets and mindsets and experiences and everything? Then practically what you should be doing, depending on exactly what your job is, you need something that shows people who don't know you what you can do. Whether it's a portfolio, maybe you're in design, maybe you're in like software engineering or something, you need a portfolio that shows people what you can do. Or maybe you've done other things, you need a resume that shows all of the experiences you've had. Then you need to talk to people. You need to, I know it's difficult, you can't like go out physically or whatever, but you need to be on forums, you need to be chatting with people. Anyone you've known, make sure you're keeping in touch with all the people that have been good to you and that you've been good to in the past. This network's going to help you a lot. Lastly, talk to a recruiter, honestly. If there's a recruiter you know in your network or you want to talk to me or whatever, absolutely please do. Recruiters, that's our job, basically, helping people find something. So first you want to work on you, work on your relationships and everything like that, be confident and happy and ready to go. Then maybe go and apply to companies and all that. Oh man, deep question. Deep question. Check out our desserts. All right. So I grew up in a pretty, it's not, I could have used the right word here, but it's pretty lower class area in Sydney, Australia. So my neighbors were like immigrants and stuff like this. Single parent families, not much money. Where fun is like kicking a rock down a street. That's your idea of soccer or whatever. And that really like formed me. Getting to know people from that background. You don't have money, you don't have status, you don't have none of that. So that really formed the basis of me, and I treasure all those like childhood memories from Sydney. Then moved to the UK, lived there for a while. It's my first experience living in a different culture. It's kind of the same as Australia because of the English and everything, but still like being by myself. Probably the thing I treasure most about the UK is the pubs. They have amazing like lunches during the summer, and the football. I love soccer. Japan is probably the easiest one to use like this. I came to Gunma, like in the middle of nowhere in Japan, like out in the rural areas where like Initial D and all that car stuff that Dollar loves is from. But yeah, that was, hey, I'm coming into a country where I don't speak Japanese and they don't speak English, like how to make communication work, having to adjust to an entire new culture. It taught me a lot about my own assumptions on life, like how to communicate with people, what people value, and becoming more flexible and more simple, like really just connect with people, understand them. So I really treasured that about Gunma. Everything there is real, man. Tokyo, it's like the incredible opportunity, and you can be and become anything here. It's a massive, massive city. So much opportunity, like whether you're Japanese or not, whether you can speak Japanese or not, there's so much opportunity here. You just have to find the best version of yourself and go for it. And that's something I really appreciate here. Oh man, these are a tough bunch of questions. Like in almost every way, honestly. And also, like, Australia is very, very multicultural. So the biggest difference is Australia is basically an immigrant nation, just at different stages, right? And Japan is 99% Yamato, like one race, one language, one culture, one nationality, everything, right? So the cultural fabric is very different. Like Japan, very high trust society. You need to be absolutely 100% honest, and you need to have a lot of trust. You need to obey all the rules and everything. Australia's a bit rougher. It's more like break all the rules and don't get caught sort of thing. We're founded as a convict nation, man. It's very different. But Japan is super, super safe. I mean, this is not a don't be careless, but it's super, super safe. Like, I don't need to be scared. Like, my girlfriend's out late at night by herself, shopping. I don't have to feel scared or anything for her. It's a super safe place. Australia ain't that. So it's, man, there's a lot of good things, bad things. But I think the biggest thing is like just how, like, Japan is one people, you know, like one culture, and it's the Japanese culture. And Australia, it's just so mixed, right? But, you know, actually, having said that, like, the foreigner community here in Japan is amazing because everyone comes from all around the world, and we here together. It's like this random 1% of gaijin making it happen, you know. It's nice. You need to want to get out of your comfort zone. So you need a reason. Comfort is the antithesis of growth. You are not going to grow if you're comfortable. And if you stay comfortable, you are by definition not challenging yourself, right? If you're not challenging yourself, how are you going to grow? And you're not even going to know, right? So if you're thinking like, oh yeah, I wouldn't mind living in Japan, but I'm kind of worried about this and worried about that. If you never actually make an attempt to do it, then hey, you don't even know what you're missing out on. That's the sad thing. It's one of the best decisions I made in my life. It changed me in so many positive ways. You have to want the personal growth. You have to want to be the best version of yourself. You have to want to see what's out there, what you can become. Then you'll naturally want to break out of your comfort zone. It's that simple. It has to come from you, from inside. If there's any like small little thing to help you, it's that actually for Japan, it's not that scary, man. Everyone is super, super welcoming, super friendly. You don't even need that much Japanese, to be honest. The English level is okay, and so long as you're nice and you're positive, and people will accommodate you and make it work, the communication. So, don't be scared. Make it happen. Do it. Like Dollar would tell you the same thing. Do it. Make it happen. Just do it. I had lots of interesting experience, right? There's some bad parts, like being told you can't have an apartment because you're a foreigner. I just imagine that in the US or something, right? Like, no, you can't have that apartment because you're not white. That's insane. But in Japan, it's not insane. It's actually normal. Okay, so that's the bad stuff. The most amazing thing for me is actually that I am different. I am special. And so is Dollar. So is anyone who's not Japanese here. What this can provide for you, like Japan is so stable and it's quite predictable in some ways. The cultural fabric is so old and so deep. It's a very stable foundation, and you can be your own version of yourself different on top of that. It provides you this base, and then you become plus alpha. You become whatever it is you want on top of that. You stand out, so you have to be okay with that. Like, hey, I'm going to be the center of attention sometimes. I am going to stand out. People are going to look at me. You have to like that. Dollar likes that. I like that. When you stand out, you stand out from the crowd. You're the man, or whatever. So these are great things. Plus, you can learn so much about your own culture from it, like the difference of experience. So these are some of the best parts about being foreign, and the expat community, all the people who live here, all the people who've immigrated into Japan. There's a really good connection here, because everyone's in the same boat, right? So there's you can make awesome friends. Yeah, that's one of the cool things here. Burgers. We just ate a burger just now. I absolutely love burgers. Japan has amazing, amazing burgers. Definitely better than in Australia or the UK. Dollar. Man, I like anything that's going to be me getting better at things. I love improving, being nicer to people, sharing things with people I value, respect, and care for. Man, that makes me energized. Genki. I love that stuff. Plus, yeah, any time you go to lunch with Dollar, if you're not Genki, man, you're there with the wrong person. Best wishes to anyone who's watching this. Hope you're realizing the best version of yourself. Yeah. Enjoy the channel. See you later.